皆さん、こんにちは。In this video, we are going to talk about volitional form. This form is not as popular as other forms when you're learning Japanese, but Japanese people actually use a lot. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Before we begin, I want to say a big thank you to our Patreons. We appreciate you guys' support. If you're interested in supporting this channel, our Patreon link is in the description. Alright, let's start learning about volitional form. Alright, so volitional form, what is it? Well, verb called 行く, that means to go. And then its volitional form is 行こう. Volitional form is used to show your will, saying your will to yourself. So for example, 今日は一人で散歩しよう. I will go on a walk by myself today. And then this is another way to use volitional form. Let's do something. So you say, let's go, let's do something together to other people. Alright? So, for example, 明日は二人で海に行こう. 明日は二人で海に行こう. Let's go to a beach tomorrow. So this chart is showing you how to conjugate verbs into volitional form. So first we are going to look at godon verbs or u verbs. Alright, so for godon verbs, last vowel u or u, character u becomes ou. So for example, 行く ending with u, that becomes 行こう. 行く, 行こう. So the same rule applies to other godon verbs. 会う, 会おう. 話す, 話そう. 急ぐ, 急ごう. 遊ぶ, 遊ぼう. 飲む, 飲もう. Alright, 一段 verbs or る verbs. So for 一段 verbs, it's easier. Last る becomes よ. Simple enough, right? So 食べる becomes 食べよう. いる becomes いよう. 見る 見よう. 寝る 寝よう. 考える 考えよう. 教える 教えよう. Alright, the special cases, irregular verbs, 来る and する. Okay, so this is irregular verbs. You usually just need to remember. 来る becomes 来よう. する becomes しよう. Alright, that's it. Not too hard, right? Not too hard. So let's look at example sentences. She's going to drink a glass of wine, okay? And she says, 今日は一人でワインをたくさん飲もう. 今日は一人でワインをたくさん飲もう. Today I will drink a lot by myself. Alright, 今日は today 一人で by myself ワインをたくさん飲もう. Will drink wine a lot. So in this case, this is a will just saying it to yourself. Next example sentence. This test was not very good, but I will work harder for the next one. In Japanese, you can say, 今回のテストはダメだったけど、次は頑張ろう。今回のテスト, that means this test, はダメだったけど, was not very good. ダメ means not good. Okay, and then 次は頑張ろう。次, that means next time. So 次は頑張ろう. We'll work hard. Okay, let's look at next example sentence. 来週このレストランにまた来よう。来週このレストランにまた来よう。I will come to this restaurant again. So I ate something delicious and I enjoyed it. So I would say, I will come to this restaurant again. 来週このレストランにまた来よう。来週 means next week. Alright, next example sentence. 次は どのドラマを見ようかな。次はどのドラマを見ようかな。I wonder which drama I should watch. Alright, 次 means next time. どのドラマ means which drama. 見よう that's a volitional form, right? And then かな adding かな at the end, like this, かな that means I wonder or should I. Alright, another example sentence. 今日は天気が良いからみんなで公園に行こう。Alright, so in this sentence, you're saying みんなで so that means let's do something. Okay, so 今日は天気が良いから since it's good weather today, so みんなで公園に行こう。Let's go to a park together. Right, so 行こう is the volitional form, and in this case that means let's, because you're saying みんなで, right? So let's go to park together. Alright, so now we're going to talk about volitional form polite. Polite volitional form. Yes, when you are talking to maybe like superior or like elderly people or people you don't know, you need to use a polite form of volitional form. Okay, so 行く becomes 行きましょう。行きましょう instead of 行こう。Right? 行きましょう。And then, again, volitional form can mean either we'll do something or let's do something. Okay? Let's look at example sentences. サラさんは休んでください。ここは私が行きましょう。Sarah, please rest. I will go this time. Okay, サラさん、休んでください。Please rest. 休む that means rest. So please rest. ここは that means here, but it could be this time. And then 私が行きましょう。I will go. So in this situation, I'm assuming Sarah is not feeling very good. So I'm offering I will go instead of you. In this case, volitional form is used to show your will to other people because otherwise there is no meaning of being polite, right? You got to be polite because you're talking to people you don't know so much. Okay, let's look at more example sentences. おじいさんは休んでください。ここは私がやりましょう。Sir, please rest. I will do it here. Okay, so he's working on gardening, but maybe he's been working on for a long time. Maybe he's tired. So, younger person comes and say, ここは私がやりましょう。I will do it here. So, please rest. Alright. Again, 休む that means to rest. その質問、私が答えましょう。その質問、私が答えましょう。I will answer that question. So let's say you're in a business meeting and then someone asks a question and then maybe, not many people can answer that question. And then here, I know that answer to that question. So I would say, I will answer that question. You can say, 私が答えましょう。But sometimes it sounds like you're too proud to do something or sound like you know more than other people. So in this case, unless you're the boss or you're a higher position than other people who don't know the answer, it sounds a little too proudish. It is better to ask a question like, shall I or can I answer that question? When you're talking to people you don't know very much or talking to superior like your boss, okay? So instead of その質問私が答えましょう instead of that, you can say その質問 私が答えましょうか? make that into a question sentence, and then that sounds more polite. Alright, another example sentence. この仕事、私も手伝いましょうか? This is a question. この仕事、私も手伝いましょうか? Shall I help this work? This is a very smooth phrase to offer help. And if you say, 私も手伝いましょう, you could say that, but you're kind of forcing your help onto someone. So, not necessarily nice. However, if you make it a question, it becomes polite offer to help. I recommend using question 手伝いましょうか instead of 手伝いましょう。Okay, 仕事 that means work. 手伝う that means to help or assist. Alright, another kind of business situation. And you're talking to your boss. He's getting ready. そろそろ時間です。行きましょうか。そろそろ時間です。行きましょうか。そろそろ that means almost time or the time is getting close. Alright, そろそろ時間です。It means it's almost time. 行きましょうか that means shall we go. ましょうか is used for suggestion. And that means shall we do something in English. Alright, you can answer that question like this. そうですね。じゃあ行きましょうか。そうですね。じゃあ行きましょうか。Right, then let's go. Okay, so when you're answering this question, you can say 行きましょうか。Right, 行きましょうか。The tone is going down. 行きましょうか。Instead of 行きましょうか。Right, you don't have the question mark and the tone doesn't go up. Tone should go down because you're not asking a question. So 行きましょうか。Right, then let's go. Kind of making sure that we're on the same page. Alright, let's look at real life example. Here's Tommy Barr in Twitter he said, 絶対コロナ太りだよ. That means it must be, so that means you gained weight probably because of the pandemic happening right now. Okay? So he says, 一緒に痩せよう。痩せよう。一緒に痩せよう。痩せよう。So he's just repeating 痩せよう just to emphasize that phrase. Okay? So 一緒に that means together. And then 痩せる that means to lose weight. Okay? And then 痩せよう is the volitional form of 痩せる. So 一緒に痩せよう that means together let's lose weight. And then next, he also says ステージ上動き回ろう。ステージ上動き回ろう。So ステージ上 that means on stage. And then 動き回る that means to move around. So ステージ上 on the stage 動き回ろう Let's move around. That'll be an interesting situation. Okay? Alright. Volitional form is often used in advertisement. In this case, it is used to show your sudden will or idea to do something. This advertisement from JR says, そうだ、京都行こう。そうだ、京都行こう。It's saying to yourself, so it's omitting 京都に, but you can also say, そうだ、京都に行こう。そうだ、京都に行こう。That means, alright, let's go to Kyoto. Or I will go to Kyoto. This volitional form is showing your will and saying it to yourself. So it's kind of like a sudden idea, sudden will to do something. Alright, next. This is also kind of advertisement. I got this picture from a Facebook event and it says, ワールドカップ日本代表を応援しよう。ワールドカップ 日本代表を応援しよう。Okay, World Cup is the World Cup. Alright, 日本代表. That means Japanese national players. So 代表, that means representative. So 日本代表 in this case is Japanese national players. Okay, and then 応援する, that means to assist, to support, or to cheer. Right, that's the whole sentence means. Let's support Japanese national players in the World Cup. Okay, so the 応援する is the verb, and 応援しよう is the volitional form of 応援する. So that means let's support. So whenever the soccer World Cup is getting close, I hear this a lot in Japanese TV. Like a lot of companies support the Japanese national players. So they have commercials like, oh, drink this Coke and your money will support Japanese national players and so on. Something like that. They always have campaign. So if you live in Japan, you might hear this a lot whenever the World Cup is getting close. We learned a lot about volitional form, but now we are going to learn something more advanced. Okay, so there is a phrase, like you can use this as a phrase, volitional form plus と思う. と思う means I think. So volitional form plus と思う means I think I will do something. It sounds more humble and reserved. Well, Japanese people don't like to express what they want to do so much, especially in front of people. So that's why you need to say よと思う or volitional form plus と思う when you like to show your will to do something. Okay? So volitional form plus と思う, it's showing your will to other people, not to yourself. For example, 明日鈴木さんに私の意見を言おうと思う。明日鈴木さんに私の意見を言おうと思う。明日 tomorrow 鈴木さん is 鈴木 right? And then に so to 鈴木。私の意見私の my 意見 that means opinion. So 私の意見 that means my opinion. 言う that means to say. So 言おう is a volitional form of 言う plus と思う So showing your will to other people. So 明日鈴木さんに私の意見を言おうと思う That means tomorrow I will say my opinion to Suzuki. Alright, let's look at example sentences. 日曜日は図書館で勉強しようと思う。日曜日は図書館で勉強しようと思う。I am thinking of studying at the library on Sunday. 日曜日 that means Sunday, and 図書館 that means library. 勉強する that means to study. And then 勉強しよう is the volitional form of 勉強する to study. Right, 日曜日は図書館で勉強しようと思う。I'm thinking of studying at the library on Sunday. Alright, next example sentence. Right, there's a couple. And then she says, you know, this man is kind of regretting something. And then she's kind of like, oh, it's okay. Alright, and then she says, 彼が謝ったから許そうと思った。彼が謝ったから許そうと思った。Since he apologized, I thought I would forgive him. Okay, so 謝る that means to apologize. And then 許す that means to forgive. Okay, so for 許そう that's a volitional form of 許す to forgive. Alright, 彼が謝ったから that means since he apologized, 許そうと思った。I thought I would forgive him. That's showing your will. Actually, it's a past will because it said 思った instead of 思う. So showing your past will to forgive him. So, as I said, in order to show your past intention, you can make と思う into と思った。So, 許そうと思った。Just like that. Alright, another advanced topic. So sometimes you want to say, I wouldn't want to do this. I wouldn't do that. Right? So in that case, you can use volitional form plus とは思わない。とは思わない。So this shows your will not to do something to other people, not to yourself. Alright, let's look at example sentences. Alright, they're having fun, obviously. One of them says, いくら忙しくても休日に仕事しようとは思いません。いくら忙しくても休日に仕事しようとは思いません。No matter how busy it is, I wouldn't do work on a day off. Alright, so 忙しい that means busy. And then 休日 that means holiday or day off. Okay, so いくら忙しくても that means no matter how busy it is 休日に on a day off or on a holiday 仕事しようとは思いません。So 仕事する that means to work and then 仕事しよう is the volitional form of 仕事する to work. Right? Plus とは思いません。So I wouldn't do work. I wouldn't work. Alright, so the whole sentence again. いくら忙しくても休日に仕事しようとは思いません。Alright, we learned a lot. And I got 4 quizzes for you. First one, let's eat sushi together next week. How can we say that in Japanese? Second one, let's say, how can you say, alright, let's study abroad in Japan? It's, it's kind of a sudden will to study abroad in Japan. Number 3, let's go to the store together next time. Say it politely. And number 4, shall we think about problems in the world together? Say that in a polite way. Okay, if you don't know how to say problems in the world, you could say 世界の問題. That's a hint. And before we close this video, I want to say again, big thank you to our Patreons. And if you're interested in supporting this channel, please check out our Patreon link in the description. We offer Patreon exclusive videos and Discord chat group. And also for higher tiers, we offer video calls directly with me. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to get notified whenever we release a new video, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you next time. またね。